Yeah, bro. One of my friends was teasing me about it. He sent me like I think it was a Instagram video or something like that. It was like boy dads versus girl dads, and so it
Yeah.
was like these two dads that kept meeting on the escalator, going like opposite ways. And so you see the girl dad, he got like pretty stickers and princess, big old stuffy, and then the dad with his son got the PS5 going down, and he's just giving them the look. And I'm like, look, man, like I accepted my defeat
No
long
judge.
ago. Like I was just like, it's okay. I take it for what it is. But yeah, he was just like, yeah, man, my PS5 is your PS5. And I was just like, yeah, bro. Like it's so hard to make time to just even chill. Like even now, it's like
Yeah.
I'm doing this, but then it's like I got like other stuff, fixing up the house, cleaning up the house, which is crazy. But it is good that we're doing this.
Yeah. So this whole thing, I just wanted to like chop it up. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's
Nothing
good,
serious.
and honestly, just catching up, seeing how things are going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to start now, or like were you waiting for your brother, seeing if he was available?
Let me see. Yeah, we start now, and then he can just pop. He can pop in whenever.
Yeah. Well, I got my test results back. I had I know it sounds crazy. I'm 33 years old, but had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy.
Wow.
So both ways. But basically, what was happening was like, and I think I was telling you a little bit about it, but
That'll be.
last year started going to the doctor about, feeling tired, sluggish, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And what it ended up being, or what they found in my blood work, was that, I had severely low iron. So anywhere from getting an iron infusion, I think like November or late October, till now, early here, they wanted to do the two procedures to see if I was like internally bleeding, or, maybe there's like an iron malabsorption that I'm dealing with. With guys, it's different because, with women, they have like their monthly cycles and stuff like that, which can lead to anemia. But for men,
Yeah.
like, you know, that's not something common. And so, it's funny because most people be like, oh man, you just need to eat a steak. And I'm like, have you seen me? Do you think I'm afraid to eat a steak? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's not the case, But that happened. Yeah, I think the operation happened on the 30th. And so, yeah, so
Wow.
they took like, five samples out of my intestines and stuff like that to kind of see biopsies, I guess, if that's the technical term. But oh crap, see, I almost dropped this thing. But yeah, I got the note. She said they didn't see anything like crazy or bad. I mean,
That's
me
good.
being like super into it, like she was saying, like a few pieces of it she saw like had some like wear on it or whatever. But I think she probably chalks it up to just, you know, old intestines and just minor things. So I was just like, hey man, I'm glad that it's not serious, that I'm not bleeding out or something like, stomach cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
happy about that. It still leaves the question of why, but yeah, we're just rolling with it. But they got me on supplementary vitamins, so I like take an iron pill. Last time I went to my hematologist, which was last week, they're like, now you need to take a B12 pill. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
guess I'm going to be popping pills. I guess it's that
Uh,
time of life. But it's good for me. And I do feel like it's helped me feel a little bit better, not being as tired. Especially even the B12. I've been doing that probably for the past 3 or 4 days, and it's not like it's a miracle drug, but I do think like I feel like I got more energy than what I normally would have. But I told my doctor even when I first started this whole medical journey, it's just like I think the hard thing for me when it comes to healthcare and like talking to doctors and stuff is they'd be like, you know, do you feel pain? I'm just like, sure. You know what I mean? Or it's like, do you feel tired? I'm like, I got two kids. Like, these are dumb questions to me. And, but it's
yeah.
like being in tune with myself and like asking myself, like, hey, like, is this your normal state?
Or for a sec. I can
Oh
hear
no,
you.
you get it. Gotta handle fam. What up, what up? It's your boy, Corbeezy. Usually when he leaves like this, I'm gonna just start rapping. All right. So my name is Corbin. Y'all be absorbing these rhymes you adoring. I be scoring my random but good pen within this brain, not smooth but curled. You know me, my girls. Oh, he's back. I was freestyling while you were
Bars.
gone.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But yeah. But yeah, so I think that's this has been a new experience for me, and having that like self conscious of like, yo, how am I feeling? Like, what does feeling good feel like? Something I
Yeah.
don't ask myself. So yeah, it's there, and I think it's a big victory for me because I have a tendency to put myself on the back burner a lot of times. So I'm glad that I'm putting myself first in that way, and hopefully this will allow me to be more, for the wife and kids. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I felt the same way this week. I told Liz, I was like, I don't know if me not working out, playing basketball or something, but my body is like saying like I gotta get out here and move because it's
Mm-hmm.
like antsy. But
Yeah.
if I let it rest, then it starts aching. It's like, oh man, I gotta use it. So
Yeah.
we've
I
been
think
going to
what's
the
hard
gym
too is
later.
like, because you have a history of being in athletics, and I guess so does
Yeah.
me. I never played on a sport, but I did martial arts, and I do think like your body, like, I
Well,
don't
you
know what you want to
danced.
call it. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
your body misses it, and your body, like, you almost could feel like disconnected from yourself when you feel like your
Yeah.
body can't keep up with what you want to do.
Yeah. And then it goes to your head
Yep,
because
and your stomach.
I feel, yeah, I feel like because I haven't been so active, I it turns into like frustration, but it's not actually frustration. It's just built up energy or something, you know?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah. We, been trying to do a little bit more, um, as far as being active and like getting out. And, we took that big road trip, which was fun.
Mm,
But then when we
yeah,
got back, we had to like settle in. So we haven't been to the beach. We haven't been to the park like that. Just got right back into to working and stuff. So
it's kind of hard too because you have that like freedom, and then you have to get to the like mundane rigidness
yeah,
of the 9 to 5 and stuff. So I feel that one.
yeah. What would you say would be like the hardest thing of about um, being a father? Because my brother's not on yet, and he's not brand spanking new father. I think his daughter's almost 1 soon. Um, but I've learned a lot having Anaya and then now having Nova. It's like I I took what I learned with her, and then I'm changing it up a little bit with him. But I try to
Yeah,
give him some like tips on like you said, we got to take care of ourselves, or we not going to be able to be there for the kids. So and that's hard because uh, our breaks don't come organically. Like
mm-hmm.
we got to create the break, we got to make the break.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was thinking with this. Like at
Yeah.
least we need to chop it up, talk about the game, talk about whatever, if we frustrated, whatever we feel comfortable, talking about.
Okay.
I got my other cousin Lloyd, he should be on here too.
Lloyd Banks.
Yeah. Actually he does music. I don't know if you
That's
saw
great.
the video
Yeah.
of what did I name it? I forgot what I named it. But the first trip video had this we were in Raising Canes, and I put the name of the song. That's Lloyd. That's my cousin Lloyd. That's his
Okay.
that's
Is
his
that the
music.
first video you did?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
So
have to check
anytime
that
he come
out.
out with something, I'm gonna try and use it.
Yeah.
So
Hey, it's
yeah.
free. Do it as you can, as long as you can.
Yeah.
But what was your question though? I think you said like as a father, like what's the best advice you have for him?
Yeah, like what is the me and Liz were talking about how we were talking about mothers, but you don't know you're going to be a good father or mother until you actually become one. Like
Hmm.
you think you know what it's like until you have the kid, and people can
Right.
prepare you for like the sleepless nights and like I don't know, the mood changes of wifey, um about like having a double shift where you still got to go to work, but you got to get up with the baby.
Hmm.
And how, yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
What, yeah, what would be like your biggest like advice to a new father?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, first let me preface this like, and maybe this is my point in the preface is similar, or I'll say similar to women because I don't know what mothers go through, but I would say similar to women in like trying to take on, motherhood. Fatherhood can get very complicated based off of the person's past with their parents or specifically their father. And then it could also be complicated based off of the support system they have. And that's including if they're, if the mother of the child is in the life or, you know, if they're married. And the reason why I preface those is because, obviously I can talk about my own experience and what it is that I'm learning and the things I'm trying to get over. But I think if I was to try to, and this is obviously very hard to do, like take on the whole experience of fatherhood and say, like, what's the biggest thing? I think we have to be okay with saying sorry to our
Yeah.
children and to ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, And I think even with excuse me, I think even with what you're doing with this platform, I think we need other men in our life, specifically men who you respect or you aspire to be. Because I don't say just like have people, but you need men in your life who's going to push you to be a better father. And again, it's because of that preface that I made where it's like we have so many different experiences, and I can use you and me. Like, I think like what you and me connect on, and I don't know your brother's situation, but we've
Yeah.
had conversations about our upbringing and like how things were with our dad and his presence in our lives and stuff like that. And so, like, if I was just talking to you, knowing like a little bit more about your background, I would kind of focus more on part of me becoming a father was battling those insecurities of being like, I don't know what that looks like, or battling those insecurities of, I don't want to do what he did. And
Yeah.
so it can create, like, I feel like a hesitation when it comes to being a man and being a father and like being able to be your fullest. It's just like if
Yeah.
I got angry, like it's not even that I'm angry at the situation no more. It's like I can be getting mad off of a trigger that, maybe in my childhood that I had to deal with. And then next thing I know, I'm giving this thing 110% when really it just needed 30%. And
Yeah.
so that's something for me that like I'm always conscious of doing. And because I've had moments like that, brings back to my point where I had to apologize to my kids. I had to explain to them, you know, that yeah, dad gets angry, dad gets upset. He isn't the best example, in that situation. But I think I also teach them too is that there's value in being able to like know where you fell at or know where you failed at and being able to be better in it. But then also just securing them. I mean, especially for me with having two girls, like I can be
Yeah.
angry, I can be upset, I can be disappointed, but I always, always, always love you. And I think that's kind of one of the things that, for me, that I try to lead by in my fatherhood, or fathership. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah. And I mean, I feel like that answered the question, but yeah, I definitely think it's a bigger question, and I think it's a good question because there's so much that goes into parenting because you are bringing yourself into the situation. It's like another marriage. It's like, oh man, like here I am again exposing myself to another person and their person exposing themselves to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's what you first said about forgiving yourself. I don't think fathers understand, even mothers too, like that you're gonna make some mistakes, like
Mm-hmm.
unintentional mistakes or mistakes you don't even, like you were saying, you don't even know you're making or why you're feeling the way you feel. Um, I have an incident where I didn't listen to Anaya. She was like crying and like hysterically crying. Didn't want to go to the bathroom or nothing, right? And she was trying to tell me something, but she couldn't tell me. And all was focused on was like, just do what I asked you to do. Look, you got to hurry up. We got to go. Like, because we were trying to get on the plane, you know? And
Hmm.
that still haunts me to this day that she was trying to tell me something, but I was on the mission. You know, Daz, we on the mission. We got point A to point B.
Hmm.
We got to get
Yep.
this done. And that helped me slow down. Like that moment right there, I stopped. Like if I don't understand what's going on, I still got to get to point A and point B. But as we go, I'm going to try and figure out what's holding us up or what's going on with my kids. Um,
Hmm.
on that second thing that you said about um, reacting to your kids in a way that you don't really understand why you feel this way, I just picked up the phone and I called the parent
Hmm.
that made me feel like that. Like I was like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Like I'm just going to whatever I know. Like my dad, this is what my dad did, you know. So I just picked up a phone. I'm like, and my mom. I was like, hey, you ever have I ever just did just some weird stuff for no reason, and I couldn't like I don't understand why I'm doing it, but what did you do in that situation? Like, or if it was a frustrating thing, like I don't know, finishing all your food when you eating, or like eating
Hmm.
with your mouth open, like irks like me or something.
Yep.
Um, it's like, hey, I don't have my kids. I have this, and I talked to him. I just talked to him like, hey, I got this thing, this weird feeling about this subject, and it's bothering me. Can you explain why you guys have pressured me in this situation? Because now I'm looking at my kid and I feel bad and I don't understand why I'm feeling this way.
Hmm.
I was telling my brother, like, sometimes you get answers and sometimes you don't.
Hmm.
That's also an answer. Like, them not giving you the like reason why they did it is like, I don't know why I did it. I'm sorry, you know. Or if you don't even get a sorry, like, hey, I did my best, right? And being a
Hmm.
parent, that I did my best, you understand that now. It's like, dang, like there is no how do I say it? I'm not gonna ever excuse you for this action, but
Hmm.
now I'm understanding you as a dog or like not my parent, but a man or a woman.
Hmm.
And you had some issues going on. You had some you had your own things going on in your brain. And me as a kid, I couldn't see that or understand that, which I'm not going to
Yeah.
excuse you from, but then I can take that and learn and not do that to my kids, or
Hmm.
try to at least be conscious of it, you know?
Yeah.
So like right now, like with this whole thing, I don't care if Liz walks through the door and Nova's laying right there. Like I if I'm gonna do this, my kids is gonna be around. There's gonna be some noise. There's gonna
Hmm.
be some toys clashing sometimes, you know. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, go in there, be quiet, you know. But because
Yeah.
Nova, he's sick right now. He's feeling sick right now. So
Yeah.
you
Is it
okay?
cold up there?
He looked at me.
Who, me?
No, it's not cold. He went over a friend's house and got sick. He went over to
Oh,
the neighbor's house, and she was just getting over being sick. But I guess he played with her toys, and now he's feeling. Yeah,
sounds about right.
yeah,
Yeah, bro. No, man, I hear you 100%. And, it's like, I'm trying to think how to say it. I think there's things I experienced in life where I was like, there's no way I want my kids to ever experience that. Anywhere from hurt, physical hurt, mental hurt, emotional hurt, disappointment, whatever. But I do think as an adult, like, I appreciate it so much because it did create a perspective that I feel like helps me be a parent. It's like even when you were talking about with your kid, like I think something kind of new is happening. Well, not right now, but I think it's been happening for the past like 1 or 2 decades. It's that people within like our generation, which I assume we're millennials, but like we're starting to look at our kids, and all millennials, we have our stories of getting beat, getting cussed out by parents, XYZ. Like that's just how we even introduced ourselves. It's like, oh, your mom did that, my mom did this, my dad did this.
yeah.
But now we have our kids, and we're just like, nah, I don't think I
With
gotta hit
low
you with a
key trauma
wire.
bonding.
I don't think I gotta hit you with a switch. You know what I mean? And I mean,
Yeah,
maybe there are people that still do that, but like my point is that you know I think like I use my girl for example. She loves to draw. She loves to do artwork. And in our guest room right now, like I think it's dope, but like I have to kind of make her stop. But like she's into this thing now where she starts to sign her name on the walls, on the toys, on the side of things. And I remember myself, like I remember getting spanked, messing up the sofa and stuff like that. And for her, it's not the sofa, but anything just like wall or whatever, she's writing her name. And
yeah,
for me, maybe because it was my own experience, I didn't think like, "Ooh, how dare you? You shouldn't do this. Oh, you hard headed." I was just like, "Wow, that's really art. Like that's creative. I really like that
yeah,
picture you made." Now, hey, we can't draw over the house because one, it just doesn't look as good and as cohesive. But I told her, I was just like, "Hey, like if you want, I'll get some chalkboard paint on the wall. You could just write on the wall and do whatever you want to do." You know what I mean? Because like I think for me, when it comes to nurturing kids, I think the best thing we can do as parents is like find that spark, that thing that sparks our kids,
mm-hmm.
and just push them to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you like writing on the walls, like it might, as a parent right now, it feels like you're making a mess. But if you push your kid to be the next Banksy, that's $1 million of artwork on your wall. But I know that's not something we think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it is kind of hard because I think like in these early stages, especially, there's a lot of like testing of boundaries. Like I've heard it said in different books where there's just like a kid's job is to find the boundary, and then the parent's job is the one to enforce the boundary or show them where it's at. And so it kind of takes away that like bitterness when you kind of get into that mindset where it's just like, okay, they're gonna try you. You know what I mean? And for my culture, like growing up, that's not good. You try them, you go and find out. But
yeah,
in this case, it's like I have to kind of level with them in a way that they'll understand. Where, I have had to tell her, I was like, hey, if I'm speaking about my 4-year old, I'm like, hey, I know you don't want to do this, but you need to do this and you got to do this because this is teaching you how to do things you don't want to do. There's going to be a lot of things in life that you don't want to do, and being able to figure that out now helps, you know? And so it's just like breadcrumbs. And I'm not trying to, take it away from parents, a parent have a typical day, maybe they're stay at home, but maybe they also work too. And you're already dealing with like stuff you don't want to do. And then going back home and having to kind of have these back and forth with your kids, like that's not usually the thing you look forward to. But I think something that's helped me lately is like, I always just try to affirm my love with them, even when we're like
Yeah.
going back and forth, where I'm just like, hey, I love you, but I just need you to listen to dad right now. Like, give me a hug.
Yeah.
Just do as I say. Just this one time. I understand you're upset, but just do it. I love you. Daddy loves you. And then, she'll pout. But, I
Yeah.
think one thing that I've seen from her recently is that, even after we have those situations, she'll come back and she'll sit by me and she'll lean on me and she'll
Mm-hmm.
say, love you, dad. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, love you too. And I think that's the best thing I could do for her. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
little Nova. How you doing, Nova?
Oh, you can't hear you. You're in my ear.
Oh, gotcha. He tired.
Yeah, he's warm. He want mama.
Yeah,
Yeah, he want mama. She'll
it's
be home
okay.
soon. No, she
Yeah,
won't. She'll be home in like an hour. Yeah.
but I'm doing good. Look at this man.
But you know you know him?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like, no, I don't. Yeah, he got his little frohawk going on though.
Mm-hmm. You gotta
Yeah.
take a bath tonight to
Ooh.
get
What
this
time is it
temperature
over there?
down.
It's like six something, right? Seven something.
Yeah, it's 6:07.
Oh my gosh, 3 hours behind. Wow. I guess that makes sense, like for football and basketball.
Yeah, it's weird.
But
Our games start early in the morning.
yeah,
You gotta get up at like 10 o'clock to watch the game.
yeah, bro.
The game
I mean,
already
actually, that's
started.
pretty nice though.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like
nice
ten
when it's the
o'clock.
late night game. We go to bed.
Yeah,
It's not 1 o'clock or 12.
yeah,
It's still
man.
early.
Like for college football, I was like following like Colorado, and I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'd be up till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, looking at this game just to see them lose, and I'd just be like, bruh, like I was like, I can't do this to myself,
Yeah,
or
this
even
weekend
the
is
other
the Super
games.
Bowl.
It is. How did you look at
Man.
this season?
No, well, I followed it for fantasy, but that's it. Um, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
see the
mean,
Seahawks play like that. I didn't see the Patriots play like that.
man, it's been weird. Or I don't know if I should say weird, because weird can be a lazy word. I think what I'm saying is like what happened in a lot of the games, and I'm not even talking about just playoffs, but playoffs is a good example. Like what happened in a lot of games, you're kind of like this shouldn't have happened.
Hmm.
Like I don't want to throw anything down against the Patriots, because keep in mind, like my wife, she's a Patriots fan.
Oh,
But
I didn't know that.
like yeah, yeah, because she's from New England,
Boston.
so
Yeah.
and it's just interesting because, and I was a Jags fan, and it was really interesting for me because like I was even thinking we were gonna have the season we had, but
Yeah.
they got to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence, man, I think he's a great guy. I think he's a humble guy, and I think his humility is why they had success. But when I
Yeah.
looked at him play, I was just like, please don't put the ball in his hands. Like just being objective. And like I said, this might be a part we got to edit out. I don't know because I don't want no hate. But it looked like the success of the Jaguars came from them creating an offensive game that relied on their running backs and not him. And again, I said his humility because I'm pretty sure they sat him down and they was like, "Hey, Trevor, we're gonna take the pressure off you. You got two good running backs, and we're gonna feed them the ball, you know. And if you're gonna take a throw, it's not gonna be this big 30, 40 yarder. I want you to take a 10 and out." And that's what they did. That's the football they've been playing, and they've been successful in it, right? And keep in mind, Travis Hunter, who was supposed to
Hmm.
be their like star rookie, he got hurt. He was out for the season. So I'm like, I was very surprised they got so far. And then even in their final game when they got eliminated, Trevor Lawrence did what Trevor Lawrence does, and for some reason doesn't do any of the check down, and he just throws it 40 yards into triple coverage. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And it's just like stuff like that where I'm just like, should that happen? You know what I mean? And like really, and here's the thing: I understand. Like the quarterback, he has people in his ears. They'll tell him, "Hey, you need to run this play." I
Yeah.
get that you had to run the play. I think as a quarterback, you need to know not to throw that ball in that situation. And so for me that was weird. And then you reverse it to Patriots. Like Patriots, it's almost like they just fumbled into the Super Bowl because it's like
Yeah, they
I
were.
just
That's what
really didn't see
Liz.
their game. Their games have
Yeah.
not been impressive.
No. Liz is like,
And so it's
what?
yeah. I'm like
Liz
it's
is
like I don't know
screaming
what to
like,
say.
how did they
Like
make it to the playoffs? Were they on a losing streak or something?
they were.
I was like,
I mean both
uh,
them and Jacksonville though. But I mean more so them. But again, their quarterback Drake May, I think he's okay. He's not this like big exceptional person. Or maybe he is and then maybe their, receiver core is not good. I don't know. But I'm telling you, they're winning these games by like getting 10, 13 points.
yeah,
And so that just tells me like defense is defense and somehow y'all been squeaking it out, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And so it's kind of weird. Like if I was a Patriots fan, I mean, be happy, but also kind of be like, we kind of just slipped past this time. But
yeah. I'm
yeah,
just waiting
man.
for my
And then
team to
there was
get it
just a lot.
together.
Yeah, and there was just like a lot of bad plays, a lot of people getting injured. Like, oh my gosh, what happened
Yeah,
to Micah Parsons? Like, I was ready for the Packers to go to the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah,
he left the Cowboys. Well, he didn't leave the Cowboys. He got traded. I mean, he went to the Packers. Their defense looked crazy. He tears his Achilles, or I think it was meniscus. I forgot. And then I'm just like, why do you, and I mean that's football, but I'm like, I just seen like teams that were supposed to be like top dogs just roll over, and I'm just like, I don't get it. But maybe that's just where we're at. Maybe there's just so many teams. Like the NFL has just gotten to this level where it's really anybody's game. I just feel like for the past decade, there were just certain teams that you just knew were going to get there, and now
that's
it's
how it
different.
should be. The best team should win, but they've been
You're right.
playing it so that is whoever they decide.
Did you see the thing about the Bills? That whole like pass interference or not pass interference, the fumble, the incomplete catch that turned into a fumble. It's like some weird stuff that
Oh
happened.
yeah, where the dude caught it, he had his knee down, and then he ripped it out his hand. And then
Yeah,
another game, was it the Patriots?
it was Broncos and Bears maybe.
Yeah,
I
Broncos
can't.
and Bears.
No, yeah, it was something like
Yeah, I
that.
think it was. Yeah,
But what was so
and they did
crazy
the
about
same
this?
thing with.
And then they called it the other way, and I was just like,
Yeah.
my boy, like this is kind of crazy. So
Well, it
yeah,
all
man, it's
started with the Sean Payton, the Saints hit, where the dude was just running down the field, and I think it was the Rams, and the dude just ran into the receiver. He didn't even attempt to go for an interception. He just ran into him. And they said, oh, the ball was
yeah,
uncatchable. First of all, he was a defensive player. So it should have been a personal foul.
yeah.
But okay, if he wasn't defensive, he definitely could have caught that ball.
Yeah.
And then it
That dude
was like,
had one
okay,
thing
now
on his
we
mind.
know.
Yeah,
Yep. Now
It was
they
just straight up
know
hit stick.
it's like, oh, they don't want them to go to the Super Bowl. And from
Yeah,
ever
bro.
since then, teams that should win have not been winning. Like,
It's interesting, man. Like, I mean, hey, by nature, I could be a cynical guy, but I'm like, sometimes if you just sit down and you think about it, you're just like, what is happening? And if it's not like this whole grand scheme thing, I just think there has been a lot of bad calls that affected
yeah,
games this season. And so it's just like, well, what do you do? You know, I always used to get taught when I played sports, the coach used to always say, play through the refs. But I'm like,
yeah,
sometimes, sometimes that call can really close it out for you.
yeah. You
So,
literally have to
yeah,
be
man.
dominant the whole entire game.
Yeah.
If you're not dominant the whole time,
Unless you're
one
the
moment could
Bears.
cost you. What do you say?
The Bears, they did the opposite. Like, I forgot what the stat was. I think they ended their like last 7 games behind, and then they just kept winning in the fourth
Wow.
quarter.
Yeah,
And I'm talking about like they had like 14, 17, 20 point deficits. And I'm just like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, if I was the coaching staff, I would not want to deal with that. I'd be like, y'all guys need to do some conditioning or something. Because I'm like, well, I guess it's good condition. I don't know what it is, but playing
it's
in the
Caleb.
fourth quarter, nah. Yeah,
It's
nah.
Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb is actually dope. I actually never paid Caleb no mind until this year. And
Yeah,
I was like, look, man, he a little weird. I'm gonna give him that. He's a
yeah,
little weird, but he can throw a football. And I was just like, I can respect game. Like I was like, you do your thing. But yeah,
yeah. I think Cam Ward is the same way. I got to see
mm-hmm,
Cam play Stanford when he was with Miami, and they
yeah,
were up by like 20 something or 30 or so. I don't know. And this dude just would not die. Like, if you gave him an opening, he hit the receiver.
yeah,
If you collapsed the pocket and you gave him a way out, he left.
yeah,
And then didn't run for a long ways. He left so to buy him some more time. So if you left that wide receiver wide open, is you cook.
mm,
And he's
yeah,
doing it in the NFL, and these boys is dropping the ball. It's so bad. I said if he ever gets a receiver or offensive line, we're gonna be in trouble.
yeah.
Like,
And
Cam
I
is one of those
mean,
dudes.
and I don't trip about that. I mean, I know in typical sports news they like to hyper focus on these rookie quarterbacks and stuff, but I mean, anybody who understands like drafting and understanding what it takes to make a team, I'm just like, yeah, like they secured their franchise quarterback and now they're just going to add the units and the weapons that they need, you know, in order to have a solid offense. Because Tennessee, I feel like their defense is okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, their defense is okay. I mean, I think he just needs a good O line, and actually, he does. Oh no, that's the D line, man. I forgot what the guy's name.
Yeah, the
There's
D
one
line,
guy on the D
Simmons.
line that's really good. Yeah, but I mean, he just needs a unit around him, and he'll be fine. And it's just like the rookie, you got to pay your dues. Like, you know, I would even say, like, I'm a Shador fan, you know, and I think Shador just needs to get, well, he had a little bit of other stuff going on, but I think, like,
Yeah.
you know, once he gets the reps and once they get like a system that fits him and that he can be a part of rather than just learn, I think he'll really start catching on. So yeah, and they also got Miles Garrett, which usually when I look at a Browns game, I just see how many people have to block him for him to not get a
Yeah.
sack. I'm like, that boy
Yeah, Miles
crazy. He
Garrett is on
has
another
like,
level.
dang, should I really get on Miles Garrett right now? I mean, I'm gonna say it in a nice way. Miles Garrett is a physical specimen, but whoever does his lineups need help. Like, have you seen his lineup?
Yeah, his
It's
hair. Yeah.
crazy.
He don't care.
Like, it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like,
He
I don't
don't
know
care.
why he did it. And I recently saw him on what was it, Jimmy Fallon, and somebody finally got him right. But I was just like, I don't know
Yeah.
why he looked the way he looked, but maybe it was just he was locked in for the season.
I
But
mean, he get
I've never seen people's hairline grow at like a 45-degree angle. That's crazy to me. I don't got one. I don't got a
he
hairline, but
said he said, "Man, I get paid millions. I ain't worried about my hairline."
yeah. But you know what's funny about him though? He give me that like anime nerd vibe, which I am. But I was just like, I
Yeah.
feel like this boy, like he get done knocking people out, and then he go home and just look at like some Jujutsu Kaisen and just be chilling,
Yeah.
which is cool. But yeah, no, he's dope.
But it was good. It was cool hanging out on the pod.
Yeah,
Uh, I can't wait till next time we do this. Maybe we have Tim
yeah,
or Lloyd. But
yeah.
yeah,
All right, yeah,
but
man. Hey, bro, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for setting it up.
yeah, no problem.
All right, man. I'll
All
catch
right,
you.
see you.
Peace,
Oh, we had to
peace.
stop.